Girl. All right.
It's so funny.
Before I even get started, I just want to say if I wasn't married to my husband, Frank would be the type of man I want.
Period. Yes, thank you.
And all that he comes, he would be the perfect,
Yes.
perfect man that I want.
I love Frank. He is such an enigma. I love him.
Woo! From the dresses to the oh,
Yes, thank
and
you.
the deep voice
hmm
and his
He is.
obsession.
I was so surprised that many people liked him. I was expecting people to hate him.
Girl,
I
what?
really was. Because I've never seen anybody write about a cross-dressing guy. So I
Girl.
was mad when I wrote him. So I was like, okay. I was like, let me write this. People making me mad. So, cause it
Girl.
was, everyone was talking about hypermasculinity. So I was like, let me just add some flair up in there. So thank you.
Girl, he is everything.
Thank you.
He
Thank
said,
you.
I said I would buy. Ain't nobody asked you about your money. Like,
Thank you.
woo.
Thank
All right.
you. That man, he is definitely T for real.
He is. Oh my God. I was
Thank
sitting here kicking my
you.
feet like, oh.
Thank you.
All right. So how I do it is I do your intro and
Mhm.
then I'm going to go ahead and start it. Wow. Hold on for a second. All right. All right. So here we go. Tonight's guest on Black Girl Book Talk is inhabits a world where pleasure has teeth, love is a battlefield, and fantasy refuses to play nice. Rosemary is a literary architect of desire. Building realms with obsession isn't a flaw but a calling where power exchanges are sacred rituals and where boundaries are not crossed, they are obliterated. None known for her bold, wicked, delicious addictive romances. Rosemary doesn't write stories that tiptoe around danger. She writes the kind that invites it inside, pours a drink, and dares to stay all night long. Her pen thrives in the shadows, bending taboos, smashing expectations, seducing readers until they're breathless and begging for more. Off the page, she is a devoted wife and mother, yet when night falls, another side emerges. The storyteller who spins dark desires, multicultural anti heroes, and heroines who surrender on their own terms. Her mission is to become a household name in dark romance, which you have. Which you have. Topple tropes and prove that black women belong everywhere, including the darkest corners of fantasy, lust, and legend. Welcome to Black Girl Tired Book Talk podcast, Rosemary, where the limits don't
Thank
exist and the
you.
shadows are always listening.
Yes, I love that. Thank you.
You are welcome. You are
Thank
welcome. So let's get into
you.
these questions. What drew
Mhm.
your ass to dark romance instead of the traditional cookie cutter happily ever after lane that dominates the romance genre? Like what about the shadows, the taboo, the darkness felt more honest, more necessary, more you?
Honestly, I started out in the cookie cutter. I started out doing billionaire romance. That's where I started out, like billionaire. Um, However, as I just started writing, I think I just got bored. I
Mm.
just got really bored of the typical happily ever after. And plus, it might not look like it, but I'm a girl that's raised in the hood. And the girls that I had to write about, I didn't know. I
Mm.
had to like pull from other people. I didn't know those girls that, you know, I hate to say it, but I don't know many doctors, lawyers, all of that. I didn't know many girls that spoke like the girls I was writing about. So I was like, you know what? I just want to write girls that look like my mama, my sister, my auntie, my cousin, me. And I want to write them with some bad boys because that's how we grew up. And I know I write about mostly white guys, but we grew up around, I wouldn't call them, well, they were hood, but because, I grew up in deep South Texas, but I wanted to write about people that look like me finding love in the spiciest ways.
Yeah.
So
You like
yeah,
the
that's just I
the
don't
the
know.
the milk chocolate. The what are they called? The I forgot what they call them, but yeah, you like them spicy whites.
The spicy ones.
The
You
spicy.
know what? Funnily enough, I have not. I think I've only dated maybe one or two white guys, spicy white guys, in my entire life. I don't know what made me write white guys. I think not. I think I was just in a different space in my life because I had dated black guys in
Mm,
my husband's Puerto Rican. I had dated
mm,
black guys my entire life,
mm.
and I was just
So
like, you
was
know what?
mine.
Let me try something. And I read urban, I read
Mm,
AA, I read everything,
yeah.
and I started out writing AA. But I think it's because this is gonna sound crazy. I don't like. I'm not a real fan of writing people that's guys that's close to me, if that makes any sense.
Uh,
It's even hard for me to write my husband. Like, he is my inspiration, but it's hard for me to write a Puerto Rican. It's
mm,
hard for me to write a black guy because the stereotypes.
mm,
So I was like, you know who don't got a stereotype? White guys. They
mm-hmm.
don't have the typical stereotype white guys. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. And that's just where I stuck. And I was
That's
like, let me write them dark. So yeah.
well. Like I said, Frank. Anytime, anywhere. Guaranteed. I don't give a fuck. Brad.
Thank you.
Your books feature diverse multicultural men in interracial dynamics steeped in obsession, lust, and power. How does writing these parents intensify your storytelling? Like, what nuance do Black and POC characters bring to dark romance that are often missing in the mainstream? Because you have Black women, so what's the nuance there?
For me, it's I mean, I can't say it's necessarily missing in all of writing, but I will say it's missing what I write. It's missing in IR.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's pretty much just the girls who they're not soft. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, and but nor are they extremely hard, but they also code switch. I don't write the typical. I wouldn't say IR writes damsel in distress, but I will say they're almost always kind of white coded,
Mm,
and I just like my black girls to sound black. I like them to be black. I like them to be blackity black. Like, when you read them, you're not wondering, is this girl
yeah.
white?
Because
So
Jessica,
that's
it was like, nah, that's a no.
yeah, yeah. I feel like when I started writing in, because I've only written for the most part in IR, um, most of the girls that I read, they were, of course, light skinned. Most, not
Yeah.
now, but they were mostly light skinned. They always had like the curly hair. They just
Mm-hmm.
didn't look like me.
Yeah.
And that was not a problem. Thank you. That was not a problem. But because I just wanted to read about black girls. But
Mm-hmm.
I think what annoyed me, not, well, I don't know if annoyed is the right word, but I think what bothered me the most was they didn't sound like me. They didn't like. I didn't see them code switch. I didn't see them curse. I didn't see them say the N word. I didn't see them like my
Yeah.
family. The way they talk, they so raw with it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, dang, I was like, these girls don't sound like me. These are like, I just wanted to write a girl that sounded like me, looked like me, would like, didn't care if she was from the hood or not,
Yeah.
and she was finding love. I was like, my one of my biggest slogans was ghetto girls need love too. Ghetto girls
Ooh.
can, deserve to be kidnapped too. So it
I,
was like I was just tired of the only girls who could find love had to be somebody in power, somebody in like, and I know that's the complete opposite of what most
yeah.
people want, but I was like, man, I was like, I don't care. I was like, I don't, not that I didn't vibe with it, but I just wanted girls that look like me to find love, because I feel like for a long time the census on the market was, why do all the girls gotta be gotta sound ghetto? And I was like, well, that's, I know y'all don't like that, but those are the girls that I know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, those are the girls that I see every day, so it
Yeah.
doesn't bother me none. So that's what I wanted to see. So that's what I
So
wrote about.
you blend darkness, danger, and comedy because I'm telling you, y'all, Crazed
Yeah.
by Lust, I was cackling. I was cackling. It's like a combination that shouldn't work, but you do it absolutely well. How do you
Thank you.
maintain originality without undercutting the tension? Is the humor a coping mechanism, a seduction technique, or just a narrative weapon?
I just think I think humor is just the overall thing that makes everybody feel good.
Mm,
When a moment is too dark and too heavy, if you just add just a smidge of humor up in there, you can just flip the whole situation on its head. And it something that wasn't acceptable, or you might have been a little about, you can just, it'll just lighten the mood a little bit. So I feel like comedy is just, it's necessary, it's needed. And plus, like, I don't know, again, I grew up in Texas, like we used to call it ranking. I swear we just used to just talk about people bad, but it was fun and lighthearted. So that's just how I grew up, and I just
yeah.
feel like banter is just a really good way to make a book that might be dark-ish
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah.
It just takes things from, if something is just really just like, man, this might be heavy, you can just take something, somebody can just say one thing, and it can just make that one funny thing that everybody's favorite scene in a book. So
Mm.
that's what I love about it. That's why I do it.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you complete this sentence. A
Okay.
Rosemary world is dark and sexy because
My life is dark and sexy.
oh
Yeah. Yeah, like, yeah, like, I've never hit it. Like, me and my husband, I know you do BDSM. My husband and I practice a lot. So so I just write about a lot of the things that my husband and I see or do. That's
mm.
what it is.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
shit. Well, I just I saw y'all pictures on the Louisiana thing, New Orleans, and I said I just want to be a fly on the wall. Just a fly. You know what I'm saying? I just I don't want to. I just want
Thank
to
you.
be a fly on the wall, Lord. Cause what?
He is insatiable. That much I can say. You say black girl tired. I'm black girl tired.
I was like,
I'm black
how?
girl tired for real.
I was like, let me tell her this in this interview because I was like, oh, I just a fly, just mind my business, a fly. Yeah.
Yeah, that man be everywhere all over day.
Oh,
I don't know
well.
how I got that, but yeah, I'm tired.
So, so IR romance written by Black authors is often
Hmm.
criticized for
Yes.
not being Black romance by certain
Yeah.
readers. Do you believe this
Hmm.
comes from internalizing stereotypes about Black love or from discomfort seeing Black women desired, worshipped, or chosen by men outside their race?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think people, I remember, what was it, a year ago, there was like a whole conversation about like, I don't remember the word, but they was talking about like a lot of black women was talking about they're gonna stop dating black guys and go to the white guys, and I was just like, what I don't like about conversations like that is just the fact that, like, no matter who you date, like, you gotta find somebody who love you, whether
Mm-hmm.
they black, white, Asian, it really doesn't matter. But I feel like the reason why the conversation is so tough when it comes to like if IR is really black is because most of the black girls don't read as black, like I said.
Mm.
Like, and then not only that, but a lot oftentimes IR can portray black men in a way that is like they're always the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like if there's a X, it's the X that's a black. Like the black girl is going from the shitty black X to the like the white guy who's gonna take care of her and
Yeah.
things like that. I feel like there's nuance to it. I feel like I'm gonna be completely honest, and I've said this several times. When I first started writing white guys, I think because I had been dating black guys for so long and I had never found the type of love that I desired. And I was like, I'm going to go outside of my race for the first time. That was for me the first time I had felt like I wouldn't say loved, but that was the first time I had felt like I was not competing against somebody of a different race. So I think most oftentimes black women who do date outside of their race, they're doing it from a place of hurt. And I think there needs to be a lot of healing and trauma. It took me a long time to realize, like when I started writing, like outside of my when I not writing when I started dating outside of my race, like damn, I'm doing this from a place of hurt, and
Mhm.
I'm doing this in a sense of making it like all black men are like this, and then it was like
Mhm.
it's not that. I just was in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong, and also very young.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think a lot of times when not all, but most times when you read IR, there are a lot. It is a lot of putting down of the black man. It is a lot of putting down of the ghetto girl. It is a lot of putting down of where most often people come from
Mhm.
because they want something different. It feels like I'm stomping down on the ghetto girl, the black guys and stuff like that from the people from the hood. Like I'm stomping
Yeah.
down and I'm better because I'm dating a white guy. So I can see it's a lot. It's more than just one thing. And
Mhm.
I are most, not all, need a lot of healing when it comes to writing that. And
Yeah.
I had to go through that myself.
Okay.
So it's a lot. It's a deep
It is.
conversation.
It is. That's a
It's a deep
it's just
conversation.
people just got to be open-minded for the conversation, you know what I'm saying? When people stuck in their ways, they'll just it's their way or the highway. But when you have a real genuine conversation about it, you might learn something from each other, you
Yeah,
know.
I mean, it takes the conversation to be had, but some people aren't ready for that. I can see now that a lot of people aren't ready for that conversation, and that's okay. It'll happen when it's
Yeah.
supposed to happen.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
happen when it's supposed to happen.
So let's get into some of your books. I ain't gonna get into all of them because you got a lot, man. But let's start with his obsession.
Okay.
So Angel and Channing,
Mm-hmm.
obsession in
Yeah.
tug of war with sanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Angel initially sees Channing as cruel and dismissive, but
Mm-hmm.
his behavior shifts drastically. What drove
Yeah.
you to explore that fine line between contempt and fixation in a workplace setting?
Uh, I wouldn't say I was necessarily focused on the workplace. I just wanted to write about a guy that was really obsessive, but in plain sight, he was almost like he was a bully
Mm.
type boss.
Mm.
So, but I think for me, the primary focus when I wrote that book, because that was a while back ago. I wrote that on Wattpad. But
Damn.
yeah, I wrote that on Wattpad. All my books, for the most part, except for my new ones, came from Wattpad.
Oh
So that
wow.
was 2016. Um, I think I just was primarily focused on a plus size woman at the
Mm.
time. I wasn't really focused on the guy. I just wanted a plus size woman to be obsessed with. I think that was my main
Mm.
focus when I wrote that book. I just wanted him to be like hella obsessed. I'm talking about obsessed to the point you'd be like, this dude is crazy.
Yeah,
So I think
you
that was my
passed
primary
that.
focus.
You did that. You did that.
Thank you. I just wanted him. I just wanted. I remember at the time when I was reading plus size women, a lot of girls was talking about I remember what they said they didn't want, which was I don't want the plus size woman to be obsessed with her weight. I don't want it to be a personality trait and all of those things. So I was like, how can I, because obviously I'm not plus size. I was like, how can I take this and give the girls what they want, but also make this guy like hella obsessed? And I think I pulled it off. It's a lot of people's favorite.
Yeah. So Channing equates Angel's presence with his sanity. What
Yes.
inspired the psychological dependency, and what does Angel represent beyond physical attraction?
I just feel like I feel like she's just a regular girl looking for a
Mm.
job, trying to like live her life and trying to do what she want to do. And here come this guy that just want to ruin everything. And I'm sorry, what was the other question? I went straight to Angel.
No, I'm just saying what inspired his psychological dependency, and what does Angel represents beyond physical
Oh, just
attraction?
like okay, his psychological dependency. I don't want to spoil that because it's a spoiler. I don't want to spoil that, but there's a reason why. There's a reason why in the book why he's like that. I'm pretty sure if you read the reviews, you'll know why. But as far as like Angel, I just wanted her to be just a because I think I wrote her from my hood, Acres Home.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really have a reason why. I just wanted a girl, like I said, I just wanted a girl from Acres Home that
Mm-hmm.
listen to all types of music and does regular shit to just find a guy with some money that was gonna be obsessed with her. I don't think that was anything deep about it. I was just like, I just want this guy to be obsessed with her. I don't. That's the craziest thing is I like my girls to be as regular as possible, but I don't feel like there has to be a reason as to why these girls are special. They're special
Mm-hmm.
because the guy thinks they're special. Like when I met my husband, he didn't I don't particularly think at the time there was nothing special about me, but he thinks I am the best thing since sliced bread. So I feel like love doesn't have to be, hey, she's special because she does this thing or she is this thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
just because he saw her, he wanted her, and I'm gonna go for her. And I
Yeah.
think that's usually how I write my girls. Like
Yeah,
there don't
because
be
that's what
nothing.
Frank did. Frank was just like
Yeah, there
pretty,
don't be
pretty
nothing. You
baby.
often most people be like, "What's so special about her?" Because she is like
Mm-hmm.
you can ask most guys, they'll be like, she was kind, she was nice. Well, nigga, I mean, excuse me, there's a lot
You can
of
say that.
most girls. Okay, nigga, there's a lot of people in the world who's kind and nice and all of these things. It's just that one person that is just your one person, and you just believe that they can't do no wrong. I just feel like that's just life. He
Yeah.
saw her, he wanted her. He was like, she, damn, she fine.
Mm,
She's sweet. She got a pretty, often it's the smile. She got a
mm,
pretty smile. I want her.
mm.
And I'm like, why can't you have her?
Facts. So let's talk about the Irish Donna.
Okay.
Kalani asked Connor out because her friend threatens to. What
Yeah.
the fuck? How does how does coercion, choice, and teenage impulse evolve into mafia level obsession?
um, you know what? Kalani was that she was that popular girl in school that had it all, but she just wanted the nerdy boy that nobody liked. And the book was never supposed to turn out that way. I've told people several times. Kalani was supposed to have been a military brat. Connor was literally just supposed to have been nerd boy. I don't know where the mafia came from, but in Irish, I had always been obsessed with Irish guys. So I was just like, I think that was my first Irish mafia. I mean, not necessarily Irish mafia, but that was my first mafia in general.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, you talking 2016 Wattpad. I don't even know. I just wrote. I'm so sorry. I just wrote. The book did not turn out exactly like I wanted to, but I don't know what the hell I was doing at those times. I
Lord,
was just
that's scary.
I,
Because,
I was just writing. I
you
swear to
write
God, I
some
don't know.
crazy shit. You write some crazy. Yo.
I was I swear at the time I was just on my phone. I ain't had no computer. I ain't had no pad. I just had an Android phone. I pulled up Wattpad. I just quit my job and was just writing. I don't know where it came from. I will say, I started writing because I started writing Mafia. Mafia came from, um, my favorite author at the time was Phoenix Daniels and her Creed series, and I was like, Mafia. I was just that was my first time being introduced to mafia around that time. So I don't really know. I was just writing.
So what about the
I don't
vampire
really
and
know.
the Vampire King and
What I just like fantasy. I don't know. You know what? Supernatural.
ah
Supernatural.
ah
I
yes.
a lot of
Yes.
I was really heavily into Supernatural, and I just like I've always been obsessed with, um there I used to read a lot of white girls fantasy, like Pendragon, what's that, Immortals and stuff like that. They used to a lot I used to read a lot of vampire series, and I had just never read one with a black girl. And I was
But why you make
a
her
lot
rock
of my
bottom though? Why you make her rock bottom though?
at the time, that was what was popping. That was
Oh.
2016. It was a
Mm.
lot of time. Oftentimes, I'm telling you, I don't have no writing. Well, I don't have no writing experience now. I just write what I write. But at the time, I was just really going based on what I was
Yeah.
reading. A lot of times I was reading that the girl was broke and the white guy or the black guy, whoever, even black guys, they was coming in and they was saving, and they was like, oh, I'm not obsessed with your money, I'm good. That's just what I was reading, so I just wanted
Yeah.
to write it. So I didn't go based on, like, I didn't there was no deep thought into it. It was just what I was reading, so I wrote what I was reading in my voice. I
Mm.
didn't even know I had a voice. I was just like, I don't know. I had never at the time. I hadn't really read many girls that had careers, that had like a whole bunch of like family love and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I was just like, make her pose. And it didn't really bother me. It didn't really bother me because while I've always had a roof over my head, I have been po before. Like, you know,
Yeah.
so like a lot of things that most girls are bothered by, it doesn't bother me because I have been down in the dumps. I remember,
Mm.
you know, as a kid, you know, saving rainwater so we could flush the toilet. Like, so it didn't bother me because I've
Yeah.
been there. I
Yeah.
remember going from house to house, living with my auntie, so it didn't bother me. But
Yeah.
now I see what the discourse is. It didn't. I wasn't looking at the discourse for her being like black girls being po. I wouldn't, because I was like, black girls I know are po. So it
Fact.
didn't bother me. So you
Word.
know, so I was like, I'm just writing about what is in my daily life, what I saw.
Okay.
So
I,
that's
I, I
why.
just I just wanted to get some of your books out the way because I didn't want to just jump into Crave by Lust, even though that's
Oh,
what I really.
that's right.
But I just wanted other people to see other books that you written before I
Okay,
got into what the
okay.
fuck I really want to talk about. So,
Yes, girl, let's talk about some Frank.
oh, Jesus, Frank placed his harmless friend, and he was plotting the long game. The
Yes.
long game. So
Yes.
what do you think? Where were you going with this? With him, you know, he was read differently when performed by, you know, being a man, which he's all man, y'all.
Yes.
Who refuses to apologize to for who he is, what he does, and how he do it. What was going through your head? I know you spoke about it
Um,
earlier, but ooh, Jesus.
yeah. You know what? I think I go a lot of times I'm writing about real life. And I think what made me write Frank was the diaspora wars, that's not diaspora, sorry, the wars that's going on between men and women today. Like, men are supposed to be hyper masculine, they're supposed to do XYZ, and I was just like, you know what, I in my household, in my marriage, like, my husband doesn't cross dress. I was like, there's no kind of like real gender roles in real life when it comes to our children. So I just wanted to write a man that was not really about the gender roles, and was just like, I'm gonna be who I want to be, and I'm gonna love who I want to love. It was, and then not only that, when it came to Jessica, it was like I wanted her to play the football, because it was like I wanted to write a sports romance, quote unquote, not really, but I wanted a girl to not have that kind of like dainty personality. She is usually hardcore. She is mean when it comes to other people, but when it comes to my man, it's my man, my man, my man. And when it comes to Frank, it was like I wanted to write this guy who cross dressed, who most guys would think this guy homosexual, but he get all the girls, because I've seen people like that. And I just wanted to break the barrier. I just wanted to break the mold, and I just wanted to make it so that these two people who you would never think are supposed to be together love each other in the most heterosexual way possible.
Yo, because
So that's
look,
what I was thinking.
I play football.
Oh,
Yeah, I play football, and then I was on the football team in my high school. So I was
oh, did I do
like,
it right? Did I do
you
it good?
exactly.
Yay!
I wore the baggy clothes because I was trying to hide my shape. That hey,
Yeah.
see,
Thank you. I was like, because I know I had no shape growing up. So
mm,
I had no shape growing up, but I do know a lot of girls, like, especially if they were like real tomboyish,
mm,
like they always hid their shape under baggy clothes. But baby, when they got dressed, they was fine as hell. They was tea. So I was like, I wanted to do that for Jessica, but I also wanted her to be like feminine in the worst, in like the worst way. I wanted her to like love sex. I wanted her to enjoy her time with like her friends. I wanted her to be girly, but only for people like you. The only time you saw this side of her was if you was close to her. If you were not close to her, you was getting this mean,
mhm,
tomboyish ice
mhm.
princess who was like, you gonna get what you get out my face. I'm gonna buck the system. But when you know her, she is like all sunshine is rainbows. And
Girl,
I just felt like,
when they see me with my husband at book events, they be like, "Oh, Storm," because I be all
yeah,
it. But when I'm not around here, it's
yeah. And I wanted Frank to be just this hardcore dude. Like, when you see him, he is just I wouldn't call him mean, but he is just so nonchalant. He don't care about what people say about him. He's not hyper masculine. He doesn't really have an ego. He doesn't care what people say about him. But when he in them sheets, people saying his name, and that's all he care about. And like, he was like, I got a roster. So all these guys who are saying all of these things, I done probably bagged your girl several times. She is on my roster. So that's what I wanted to do. But he was like, I'm willing to cut all that out for this one girl.
mm,
And that's how that book came along.
it's the mama and the daughter fighting over his ass. That
Yeah.
fucking sent me. He was like, "Oh, you want to talk shit about me and my girl?
Yeah.
Bet.
Yeah.
Let me go bag
Yeah.
your mama and your damn sister real quick
And he did. And he did. And he did.
with a
And he
dress
did.
on."
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah.
shit was wild. So what does it mean when someone mistakes their predator for their mirror? Like she really thought they was on the same level for like being outcast together and this is my hus friend. First of all,
Yeah.
first of
I,
all, context clues, bitch. Context clues, bitch. That's
you
literally
know what? You know what? I feel like the best way to build a relationship is through friendship. Always.
mm-hmm.
That's how it happened with my husband. So if you want to get somebody to let their guard down around you, it's to be friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes, oftentimes than not, a friendship can, I wouldn't say eclipse a marriage or relationships, but if you have a good friend and that friendship end, it'd be like death. It'd be so. I wanted Frank to be that thing to Jessica where she's like, I don't want to lose this friendship, and oh my god, I'm falling in love with my friend. I just wanted her to feel like he was invaluable to her.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to be cunning enough to know that I gotta sneak up in this girl life, because if I go the route that everybody else go, she'll drop me at the dime. She'll drop me at she'll just drop me. So I was like, in order for this guy to get in her life, this girl that don't talk to nobody, nobody really knows how she is. The only reason he knew is because he was stalking the girl. So he was like, I gotta tackle this in a different way. I gotta be invaluable to her. And that's how he got up in there. She was like, oh, we two sides of the coin. We friends. And then he was like, yeah, we friends.
But I'm gonna give you the dick and fuck
okay. Exactly.
So how do you build a heroine that's strong enough to resist and yet crave something designed to consume her?
Making her like everybody that you know.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've said this several times, but I feel like most girls just want to read about somebody that look like them, talk like them. Like I feel like if you are reading, okay, most people who read my books, if you first started out reading my books, it's a little jarring because I write my girls. Well, I write like I talk. Mm-hmm. So when you're reading my book, it's more so like the characters telling a story. So I felt like when I was writing Jessica, I wanted her to be authentic. I like relatability. I like people to relate to my characters as much as possible. So I feel like a person who is authentically them, they're not faking the funk, you're gonna relate to them. You're gonna like them. And I feel like what's undesirable about that?
True.
What's undesirable about somebody who got goals, who got dreams, but deep down, like they're just this regular ass person, and I'm just living I just want to live my life. And I just feel like that is so desirable. The desire from my female character is, like I said, from just the average girl, the regular girl. Like she is so desirable because she sound like me. She sound like you. She's like, when you open, personally for me, my ultimate goal is when I've said this before, I want to write every Black girl in my book. I want somebody to find space in my book. So when you open a book and you find Jessica, like you said, I play football. How many books have you read about Black girls playing football?
Not a lot.
So when you read her, I'm sure you was like, damn, that was me.
Hell yeah.
That's what I found. That's why she's desirable, because she's like you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. And that's what I find desirable about her. That's how her friends are desirable about her.
Now, I want to ask. Now, before I get into the next question, Frank's brothers are the who's? They're the sins. Those are
they're the sins.
Who's next? Who? Because I haven't got to the second book. Who's next?
You know what? I probably write Gluttony next. That's Gannon or Wilder. Wilder and Gannon are the two class clowns. They're the two clowns that's
I
always
thought you
making
was gonna
the
say
jokes.
Genesis.
Genesis, I have his book. He is next, but I just came up with the storyline for Gannon in my head when I was writing something, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is good."
Oh shit.
Usually when I come up with my concepts for my book, it always stems from one good sex scene. And I was like, oh my God, this one concept is going to create the whole entire book. And this is going to be so good. So, yeah, I think, because at first it was Genesis. It was Genesis.
Mm.
Genesis was next. Because I had I had made him I had introduced him to his girl in book one. I
At the
think. Yeah, that
party?
was book one.
At
Yeah,
the that's a girl.
that's his goal.
The way he was saying he was munching, I was wondering.
Yeah, yeah. I had introduced him to, so he was next, but I think for me, because of this good concept that I came up with for Genesis, not Genesis, Gannon, I was like, he has to. I was like, he has to come next. He
Mm.
has to, because it came out of nowhere, and I was like, oh, this is good. It's too good to let go.
So how do you mix that obsession, dominance, stalking, and the way he was dicking her down and eating the munching the munch a munch? How, how do you make that shit pop? Because baby, I was like, I was drooling a little bit. I was like, what the hell?
My husband.
Oh, see the fly on the wall. This.
Yeah, my husband. I mean, like I said, like I write what I read. So my husband. I mean,
Oh,
I write what I live. So my husband, he Frank, that part, like most often, I not TMI, but my husband loves doing it. So I was like, most guys in my books love doing it because my husband loved doing it. So my husband.
see,
So
fly on the wall. Uh, just saying.
my
Well, goddamn. Oh, so,
so it's just,
well,
I don't think no deeply about it, man.
well, goddamn. Well, that was
Yeah.
the first one for me. Well,
No, I'm being serious. Like my baby. Hmm.
damn. Babe, I need you to read this book. Shit. What? um,
Yeah.
so let's talk about your newest release, The Dragon Stolen Heart. You're part of
Yeah.
the Emporium series. So
Yeah.
what made you go into doing the Emporium series?
I'm getting ready to start deviating more towards fantasy.
Ooh.
And thank you guys. I'm getting ready to start deviating more into fantasy, and I just felt like I love the mysteriousness about it, and I hadn't really seen many fantasy multi-author series. Most of them were mafia, and I'm even though I don't mind mafia, I want mafia with a twist. I don't want just any regular mafia. I want mafia with a twist. Like, give me something in this guy is the head of the household, and like, give me some more than that. And like, he just got enemies. So I was like, mafia, dragon, let's do it. I don't think everybody else is mafia, but I was just like, fantasy. I want
Mm.
something outside of what's typical. And I think mafia is not mafia, fantasy is popping right now.
Mm. So
That's why I'm
Calrose, KL,
Caros.
Caros.
That was a hard name.
He wants revenge, not love. Why start a romance with a man who sees the heron as a debt and to collect?
Um, I just think I was tired of the mute cutes. I didn't want to do a
Mm.
mute cute. I didn't want to do. I didn't want to do something where I just wanted something different.
Mm.
Also, I like a lot of second chance romance, but I wanted to do second chance romance with a twist where they know each other, but I don't want to spoil it for those
Yeah.
who haven't read it, but I just wanted to do I just wanted to write a mean ass dude, but he was sweet to her, and he had no choice but to be nice to her because she's this bomb ass black girl, and he had no choice. Because this book is based in real life, so it starts out with them being on Earth, and then she goes into his world. So most oftentimes, if you're reading a historical romance, because it also has some historical context up in there, just a little bit. The girl has to acclimate to white European standards and stuff like that. So I was like, man, I'm doing that. I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. You're not about to Bridgerton me to death. I haven't seen Bridgerton, but it's very popular. I was like, but I did like the concept of it. But I was like, because I had never seen it before. I'm usually the type of girl that I like to write books that I've never seen done before. So I was like, if I write a black girl that's going to the historical whatever, she gonna be black. I don't want any book that I had read that was historical. They was like, oh well, she got to go through etiquette lessons. She has to, she has to walk with her back straight. She has to do this. And I was like, no, ma'am, I'm not doing that to my black girl. So I was like, this guy gonna meet this girl that's from, she's pretty kind of proper, but I was like, he's gonna meet this black girl. And when he meets her, she not gonna change, even though it's like post-apocalyptic, so she didn't really have to change. But I wanted her 21st century personality to kind of shock him. Yeah. So that's mainly what it was. So he was like, even though I don't like this girl because she reminds me of my ex, she's so quirky, she's so different, she likes sex. I ain't got no choice but to like her. Yeah. So that's how I did it. I was like, I want him to be her enemy. But the craziest part is a lot of my girls are they're masochists. So they don't be caring. So I was like, shit. So even though he hated her, she was like, bring that shit here, boy. Like, I like that. Tie me up. Like, what you talking about? This is a good time. You want to tie me up on these dungeons? Come here. Like, what are you talking about? This is he's like, I'm a threaten you. Just like, oh. So it's just like, I just like them to have fun, So
how important is it for
I just
you?
think if you
go ahead.
I was just saying, if you start out like that, you can get rid of the icebreaker.
Okay. I see that. So how is it for you to live in your truth and bring BDSM and those type of dynamics into your writing without, feeling like you have to pull it back?
I did feel like I had to pull it back though
Really?
for a long time. Oh yeah, very much so. I have always been really open with it, but I especially because it's an IR, and also because it's black women. I feel like now it's more acceptable, but I feel like still in where we are in life, BDSM is still looked heavily down, especially depending on what type of BDSM you do. Especially like if you do DD, LG and stuff like that. Depending on what you do, it's looked down upon, right? It's especially again when it comes to black women because black women, we were not really taught to be open with our sexuality. So when I first started writing, especially because my first book that I ever dropped was Connor, and they did light, very very light BDSM, like with the daddy and stuff like that, right? But because Kalani was 17 going on 18, I remember getting a lot of flack for that. And I remember I was like, okay, because I was writing high school at the time, but I remember when I wanted them to go into BDSM, and it was a lot. A lot of people really didn't understand it. I didn't understand the difference from Wattpad to Amazon. And when I was on Wattpad, it was acceptable. Like BDSM was something that people was talking about all the time. But when I went to Amazon, it was like, nah. Like what is like it wasn't that it wasn't well, maybe at the time a lot of people weren't writing heavily about it. And if it was in IR, it was very light. It was nothing raunchy. It was nothing crazy. Like they were writing like a lot of oftentimes the smut in the books is like
Hold on for one
one
second. Babe!
okay.
Yes.
No,
Yo, the
it's
damn
good.
game. God.
A lot of times, the smut in the books is usually like cutesy, like very romantic, very make lovey.
Mm,
Um, and it's I maybe TMI, but I'm not that type of girl. I
yeah.
don't want to be made love to. Don't make love to me. Even my
Yeah.
husband know that. I don't like that. Like nail me, rail me. Like so, it was very hard to write that in books because I don't think at the time black girls was hard for them to read. They was like, why he doing her like that now?
Yeah.
Like slow down, make love to the girl. So it was just like it
Yeah.
was hard to write about because I don't think they was ready for that. So I did have to slow it down.
Yeah. I get that. I get that. What makes taboo and dark romance different for black authors than for white authors? Is the pushback cultural, racial, or rooted in who's allowed to be dangerous, desired, and morally complex?
Well, taboo, it all depends on what taboo you're talking about. And you said dark romance, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dark romance. I feel like dark romance is dark romance is really not dark romance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And not in the sense of what we how we write it. Like
Yeah.
dark romance, when I first wrote it, people was like, "Why you didn't say Connor was a dark romance?" And I'm just like, "Cause it's not a dark romance. Like dark romance is when the romance is dark. What you talking about? This boy treats her like a queen. That's not dark
Yeah.
romance." But we write in reality what we write is romance that have dark elements. The guy is mean to everybody but the black heroine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So um I feel like the conversation between dark romance and dark romance and romance that's dark or romance stories that have dark elements should be the real conversation. But when it comes to taboo, it all depends on what kind of taboo you're talking about because you talking about like stepbrother, stepsister, like what kind?
Mm-hmm.
Because those still ain't really heavily accepted today. That's still a conversation that's still because I mean I think the reason why is because like look how most of us grew up. Like
Yeah.
if you grew up, most of us grew up like we had our mamas, our aunties, our cousins. They had a friend and we called them auntie. You wasn't dating their sons.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's your
Yeah.
cousin. What you mean? That's
Yeah.
nasty.
Yeah.
So that's how we grew up. So that's what we read about it. If you read something like that in books, if you read like, hey, this mom hooked up with this dad and we're married, they don't know each other, but we also hooking up, that's nasty to black people because they're like, that's your brother, you don't do that, like you stay away from them. But in reality, white girls do that shit all the time,
True.
and most black girls be reading about it. But when you read about it as a black woman, it's very different to put yourself in those shoes because you're less like we say that's white people shit. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very, it's there's a double-edged sword. But like I said, we want to read about ourselves in those situations too. But it's very hard for some people to say, "Hey, this book ain't for me," and
Mm-hmm.
some people like, "Hey, this book is for me." So if this book ain't for you, step back. But it's the conversation ain't gonna ever end when it comes to taboo and dark romance
Yeah.
because people don't know not to read books that's not for them.
Yeah. You would think by now. Mm.
Yeah.
So, what is the ultimate goal for the Rosemary brand?
To write, like I said, to write every black girl. I want every black girl when they at least one to open up my book and see themselves. I wrote
Mm.
early in the year about a preppy, very preppy, rich white girl, black girl, and on paper she probably read white, but she was black as hell. And a lot of my readers they was like, Rose, I ain't never seen you write no book like this. And but I to get notifications and emails and messages from Black women that was like, this girl is just like, because it was based in the 90s. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like, this girl read like me. Like, I love every book that you've written about, your hood Black girls. They was like, but this was the first time I read a book where I grew up with a mom and dad who loved me. It was like I read a book with a mom and dad who loved me. My dad was hella, he was hella protective of me as a Black man. He was hella protective of me. I had a mom who was my best friend. So she didn't have no issues. She didn't have no struggles, but she was just living life. And I was like, even though I didn't relate to her, I'm glad some Black girl did. So
Yeah,
I just want everybody, every Black girl to see themselves at least once in my book.
I
No
feel
matter
that.
how, I just I just want Black girls to know, regardless of regardless of who you're loving, regardless if it's a man, a woman, Black, white, it doesn't matter, binary, non-binary, you are the prize. You are loved and you deserve to be loved. However you see yourself, I want you to be able to see that, hey, I can be loved too. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
I feel
literally
that.
so.
So, what does Black Girl Magic mean to you?
Black girl magic. Kindness, love, but also being mean, being able to be yourself and have people love you. Like, I just feel like it's not one thing,
Mm-hmm.
because I have seen some of the meanest Black girls in my life, but people still love them. Right? So I feel like Black girl magic is usually people who are authentic, like they are themselves, and people just around them. You don't know why you like them. You just love them. So I just feel like Black girl magic is usually oftentimes warmth. It's
Mm-hmm.
usually oftentimes love. I don't know. I just feel like usually if you go around people, like Black people, people just flock around us,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't know why. It's the culture. It's us. I don't know. It's just something about us that people just love. They love to hate us. They love us. So Black girl magic is warmth to me.
All of that.
Hmm.
All of that. So, what can readers expect next? Like a new series, expansion on a series, crossovers, what?
Oh, you know what? I'm probably not gonna be doing no more multi-author series. I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna be focusing on my Rose verse. I'm gonna be dropping my second part of my book Cookie next.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably what's next, and that's a
What's that
reverse
about?
harem.
Oh,
That's a reverse harem. It's a poly reverse harem. She got the whole family. Like literally the whole family.
the
Like
whole
literally the whole family.
family.
Yeah, she got Dimitri, Misha, Nadia, the grandpa and the grandfather. The grandpa and the uncle. Yeah, she got five. She got two. She got, hold on, wait. Yeah, so she got no, I'm sorry, six. She got Misha, Dimitri, Alec. Thank you. My husband said Alec. He just came. He was like, "You missing some." Sorry. She got Dimitri, Alec, Misha, Nadia, Grandpa Victor, and Uncle Vlad. So she got six family members all together. And she just, yeah. So that one.
And when that come out?
Yeah. Part one is already out. Part two is, I'm working on that now. That one come
It's,
out in December.
oh my God, it's called Cookie. Isha, it's called Cookie. We both gonna have to read that because I
Yeah.
shit. Oh
So she
whoa.
got five guys and one girl. Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, I got to read that. Ooh,
Mhm.
okay. What what advice would you give to new writers entering IR, dark romance, or romance with dark elements?
Everybody not gonna like what you write. Just do it. You're not like you will end up losing your voice if you end up chasing a trend. Write what you like and people will read it. It like that is the biggest lesson I have learned through my entire career. Like even when I started out and I had no editors, people was like, "Girl, you need an editor." I know people be like, "Get you a good editor now." You can get you a good editor, but that's not gonna change. That's not gonna get people reading the book. People will read a badly edited book. People will not read a book that ain't got no good plot. Stick to what you like and people will read it. Like you gotta be authentic to yourself. And also your image is your brand. Like show up for yourself. Like I don't care how many people you pay to promote your book. I don't care how you feel like you look, show up for yourself. Be authentic to yourself and show up. You don't worry about your looks. I have seen people, I come on here with a bonnet. People love to feel close to the author. So if you show up for yourself and you get online and you stop the fear of being seen, people will gravitate to you. So be authentic and write what you like and show up for yourself. Stop, not saying don't stop promoting with other people, but there is no better promotion than you promoting yourself ever. Ever.
So are we gonna get a book box?
I used to do book boxes, but I'm in Vietnam right. Well, I'm in Asia right now, so I can't do them unless I pay somebody to get it. But I can't. I wouldn't be able to do my signature on the box on the books. So maybe when I go to the States, maybe next year because I'm thinking about doing.
Shannon says she is in the States and she make book boxes.
Oh, okay. I need to be able to get because when I come I like quality. Not saying like I like my shit. Like when I was doing book boxes on my Patreon, they was getting something new all the time. So it was like I want if people gonna spend money on me, I want them to feel like that shit worth it. I want them to be like, oh, this is some quality type shit. And also that's one of the reasons why I don't have my paperbacks, because I want them to be quality. I don't want to just throw no shit out there like I did in the very beginning of my career. Like you just put that cover on the front of the book and it got the little line. Nah, I want quality. I feel like we are in the elite where quality will get you more readers and get you more people. Quality and trust will get you more people than just trying to throw some shit out there. So when I do it, I want to do it right.
Okay. Where can readers buy your books?
Amazon stamp. So I have a stamp. It's in my storage in the States. On Amazon for now, just Amazon. I have not gone wide yet. I might have to for some books, but Amazon for now. Okay. Amazon for now.
So what book events you are attending next year?
None. I'm in Asia. I ain't going to none. Girl, let me tell you something. I might be from the hood, but I'm bougie as hell when it comes to flights. And I am not flying no economy back to no States. I do not like being squished up on no flight. So I'm gonna have to wait until I get my coins together to fly at least business class to the States, because those flights I flew business back, but here and then economy on one flight, and that was horrid. I ain't doing it.
So drop your socials, your Patreon, your newsletter, so people can, get that darkness delivered to
Literally everything is Rosemary Author. Like literally it's Rosemary Author, or Rosemary _author. Everything. So you can I'm trying to be uniform so people can find me. But yeah, everything is Rosemary Author. Or Author Rosemary. If you can't everything.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna do your outro. Got 2 announcements, and I'm gonna let you go out of here.
Okay.
All right.
What is it? Hold on. I'm sorry.
We have a website.
That's Rosemary Author. Okay. That's my baby.
You got a website?
He on here looking. He said I got a website, and and it's Rosemary Author. It is. Oh, www.rosemaryauthor.com.
There you go. So let me do this outro. Rosemary, thank you for stepping into the shadows with us. Your stories don't just binge genres, they expose the places we hide desire, fear, and fantasy. You remind us that love isn't always soft, and happily ever afters don't always come with white picket fences. Sometimes they come with claws, curses, obsession, BDSM, and choices that taste like sin. To everyone that's in the chat, support her, buy the books, leave reviews, tell a friend to tell a friend. Dark romance or romance with dark elements doesn't exist without readers brave enough to enter the darkness. This has been Black Girl. This has been Black Girls Hired Book Talk. I'm your host, Storm, where we don't fear the dark, we interrogate it. So, as I always say, stay loved, stay loud, and stay black on motherfucking purpose. All right.
Period. That's say black on purpose. Did you just say black on purpose?
I always say that. Stay loved, stay loud, and stay black on motherfucking purpose.
Amen. I love that.
So, 2 announcements. Boozy Book Tour, we are having the Cyber Monday sale. We are Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale. 50% off on the Pajama Jam in Las Vegas. 3 days of fun in Las Vegas. Melanin Ball, Indie Literary Awards, all happening in Las Vegas. Get your tickets now because those prices are going to go back to the regular prices at midnight on Monday. Then, y'all know we had the BDSM book signing event in Denver, Colorado, June 19th through the 20th. Y'all know you have to sign an NDA. That is multicultural, interracial, dark romance, erotica, and BDSM. So, y'all know, 2 days. First day, meet and greet, Sex 101, and adult toy party. The next day is the book signing. And then after the book signing that evening, it's an immersive BDSM experience. You must be 21 and up to attend. So those are my 2 announcements. And tomorrow I will be back. Huh?
I should have came to that one.
It's not until next year.
Okay, maybe I'll okay.
It's not about that. It's June 19th and 20th. Okay. Yeah, it's not until next year. So, and tomorrow I'm interviewing Nia Davenport. So y'all make sure y'all on tomorrow at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. And thank you, Rosemary, for coming by. And I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. This will be on my YouTube channel tomorrow morning.